Hello. What's going on, everybody? We got a members only build to do today. Exciting, exciting. How's everyone doing today? Lil Darla, thank you so much. Welcome to the member squad. I'll show you what we got planned for you guys today. I got a couple shipments in lately of Gameboys. We got 4 SPs to take apart. We got 5 GBAs. And then we're building special Game Boy Advance SP that I have not built yet. It's going to go straight up onto the website after we take some photos of it for sale. But this one today is going to be given away to one of our members. There are 30-ish members right now. We do this every single month, you guys. You guys know the deal. We've been doing it for about a couple years now. This is the build. I have not built this one yet. I have a ton of Game Boys on my top shelf that have not been built yet. I'm going to take this watch off because I cannot mod with the watch. Check it out. Little Latios and Latios build, and it's very on brand for Independence Day. That's why I picked it. They got little fireworks going on. It's very cute. Very cute. Very cool build. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So if I wanted to go back and play the classic Pokemon and Zelda games, which type of handheld would you recommend? Depends on which Pokemon and Zelda games you wanted to play. Pokemon, obviously, the best ones are on Game Boy. So Game Boy would be a good choice for those. Zelda, there's so many. Let me say what's up to everybody. What's going on, Tim? What's going on, Aqueezy, Plant, Computers? What's going on, Computers and Gaming? All right, this is the shell. Can't really see it with the plastic. There we go. This one's amazing. I really like this one. We've been slowly getting through all of the shells that I haven't built yet for the members. Last month we did Umbreon. I think that was last month. And this month we're doing this one. I'm going to set this aside for now. We'll get to this in a minute. Love a clear shell, especially when it's the mirror clear like this. I like the frosted clear too, but the mirror clear I just feel like really looks good. Take the sticker out because I feel like I'm gonna rip it. All right, we don't have to put it back in there, but let's just set it aside for now. Take apart a couple SPs for the builds this week. This is the board we're gonna be using today. It does not have triggers. Does not have any triggers in it, so we're gonna have to put some clicky ones in there. Do some clicky L&R triggers. You know me, I love me a clicky trigger. You know if that music's too loud, guys. Yeah, it's a really solid shell. Okay, let's make sure these work. Like I said, I just got these in today. And I have a bunch more coming. Game Boys have gotten very expensive. This one looks really good. Honestly, if it weren't for the stickers, I would probably just resell this one as a... I might save this shell. I don't know. It's got a lot of stickers on it, though. I don't really want to have to deal with that. It's got some power, so let's go ahead and test those buttons. That looks good. All buttons are good. Let's see if it charges. It must charge because it had some stuff in it still. Yeah, it just needs a little bit cleaning on that charging port, but she's good. What's my favorite Zelda game? If I had to pick one, it would probably be Wind Waker. I just like the way that game feels. I like the animation. I like the cell shading and all that. Looks good. And I love the GameCube. Everybody knows in the chat, though, that I also love Minish Cap for the Game Boy Advance. What do you prefer, the GBA or the SP or the classic GBA? I like the SP personally. I've come a long way because I used to like the original better, but I don't know. The clamshell design just kind of, I just really like it. But I do like modding the original GBAs better. I don't know. They're just easier to work with. An SP or a 3DS? Oh, a 3DS for sure, personally. But you know, I like the SP because it's a little. If you're playing Game Boy games, it's just so portable. But you know, it's hard. You can't really ask me about any console compared to the 3DS because the 3DS is just like my favorite console. Can't tell if this battery's dead or if there's something wrong with this Game Boy. I think we got a bad switch. Okay, this one works. All right, we're doing good so far. Last one to test. So I need juice in it. No, it does. It does. I got told recently that the speaker from the SP is used in the DS. I don't even know. I know that the batteries are the same. The speaker's probably different though. No, it's got to be. I'm trying to think because there's two speakers in the DS and they're in the you know, the top part of the housing. I've only had a DS apart once in my life and I do not remember what the speaker looked like. All right, let's take these apart really quick. Let me get my bag of parts. So I'll take the SPs apart, okay, guys, and then we're gonna build the members only Latios, Game Boy Advance SP, and then we're gonna chill out and take apart the regular GBAs. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, the stickers are strong on this one. I don't know who these people are. Probably Vocaloid something. Eureka Toto and Sierra Otoshiro. Cool. All right, anyways, moving on. Let's take them apart. All right, Vod Mesa. Excuse me, sir. May I inquire from what I just see from the thumbnail that you are a technician for the SP unit? Yes. What do you think is the easiest portable to mod shell-wise? It's got to be the Game Boy Color. I just caught Latios and Emerald. Nice, let's go. Should I get a new IPS screen for the GBA just to play Pokemon Emerald? Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I would get a screen with an I would get a Game Boy with an IPS screen if you want to play. If you're going to play like Pokemon games for a long time, like if you're putting some hours in, I would just say do it. You know, you can always get a 101 Game Boy Advance SP. Those ones look really good too. I just actually built a 101, which is the second version of the SP. Like these are the 001s, and they don't have a backlit screen. It's just front lit, so it doesn't look very good. For those of you who don't know, but the second version of the SP is the 101. It has the backlit screen, and I actually think that screen looks really good. I like playing on it. It has like an old school feel to it. As funny as that sounds, it just, I don't know. I just built a GBA actually with a 101 screen in it, and I like never do those anymore. But sometimes people request them, so I do have a box full of them just sitting around. All right. If anyone has not pushed, yeah, everybody like the stream. Thank you, Spiff. Spiff always coming through. Because I already have a GBA, but I don't want to mess up IPS. I mean, yeah. The best way to mod a Game Boy Advance is to just get a drop-in IPS laminated screen, but then you have to also get a new shell too. So, and you have to make sure you get the laminated IPS shell. All right, that's one good board. I have a couple boards sitting over here. I'm starting to get confused because there's just so many boards on my desk. And I don't remember which ones work and which ones don't. Absolutely pro. Thank you. It's going great, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in, guys. Is it possible to fix an SP hinge without reshelling? It depends on how broken it is, but probably not. You probably have to reshell it. Once those hinges break, it's pretty rough trying to repair it without popping it out, putting it in a new shell. All right, there's one down. Set you right here. Move on to the next. Get my pile of parts going so I can dump them into the bag after. All right. Favorite Pokemon? I don't really have a favorite Pokemon anymore. You know, my favorite Pokemon, and I just say that because there's just so many. There's just so many that I don't even know of anymore. So when I say my favorite one, it just makes me sound like I don't know any of the other ones. But I'm sure there's some good ones out there nowadays. I kind of stopped. I still play Pokemon, but I'm just not caught up with all the new gen ones. Like, I started playing Scarlet and Violet. I have Scarlet, but I just didn't get that far into it. It's just hard to find the time to play the games. But if I had to say a favorite back in the day, it was always Kadabra, because he was just broken in the first games. Like, he was just so good, and I liked the way he looked with the spoon. I always thought it was funny. One spoon better than two spoon. Like, I didn't like evolving him. I would just leave him. Thanks, a quiz. Yeah, I kind of do it pretty often. You could say. Who's getting this month's GBA SP? Well, we have not yet spun for it. We're going to spin for it tonight. So if anybody wants to get a last minute entry, you just got to join the channel, become a member. It's only $5 a month. You can cancel, obviously, after. It's only $5 though. We have not spun the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel later tonight. I'm going to do this stream. And then we're going to do a couple things off stream, pack some orders, and then I'll go live again to do the spin. And it's a quick stream, a members only stream. Yeah, I can pretty much do these SPs with my eyes closed. I could literally do it with my eyes closed, actually. If I had a blindfold, I would do that right now just for fun. But I don't have anything to put over my eyes. Have I worked on my box of repairs yet? I have. Yes, actually. I have one more repair to do, and then I have 2 send-ins to look at as well that are on the floor. Do I have a Switch 2, and how do I like it? Yeah, I have a Switch 2. I haven't played it too much. I've been, you know, obviously the only game on it is Mario Kart, really, but I played some Tears of the Kingdom on it, and that's pretty fun because it loads so fast. But I want to kind of do the upgraded one, but it's like $10, you know, and I don't know if it's worth it. I don't have the Switch Online, but it was cool because they sent me, because my Switch 2 got delivered late, they sent me a $50 gift card, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, that was pretty nice of them. So I have a $50 Nintendo e-gift card. I'm not sure what I want to buy with it, though. I might use it to buy Donkey Kong, but I kind of wanted to buy this physical copy of that. So I don't know what to do about it. So, but I like Mario Kart a lot. I've played a couple hours of Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart, you know what I mean? It can't be bad. So yeah, I like it a lot. I'm really excited to see the other games they come out with. I'm excited to try Donkey Kong and stuff like that. I've been wanting to plan some streams, playing some games, but I have this other project I'm working on, and it's been really sucking up a lot of time. So that's just how it's been going. What's going on, Michael? How long will a GBA SP on average battery hold a charge? Well, if you have a modded one with an IPS screen, it's like 4 hours to 10 hours. It just depends. There's 10 different levels of brightness on an IPS screen. So, you know, people always ask me, like, how long does the battery last? I'm like, dude, it's 4 to 10 hours. You know, if you're on the lowest setting, it'll last pretty long. But if you have an AGS 101 screen, I think the battery life is like 20 hours or something. It's a lot longer. But those screens just don't take up as much battery. Anxiety Ranger, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you heading on in here and saying what's up. We've been grinding, man. We've been grinding. Banana Boy. Yeah, those two send-ins were mine. The Squirtle and I think I did those a while ago, dude. Send me an email. Those Squirtle and yeah, I fixed those a while ago. They should be shipped by now. Send me an email and I'll get back to you with the tracking. It's hard to keep track of all the repairs when people send them in. That's why I don't do send-ins so much. It's because it's like really hard to keep track of everyone's stuff. So I just, you know, I don't usually update the person with tracking when I fix them or when I do them. They just go back to the address that's on file, and I don't try to find the email. It's just too much. But I'm sure it's close to being back to you by now. Fuzzy Chops. Do you have a link to your website? I would love to place an order. I've been wanting to start a retro console collection in my Game Boy family. Yeah, it's just jboymods.com. It's just my name.com. It's linked. Oh, where did that go? There it is. It's linked on my page. If you go to my channel, you could Google my name. It'll pop up. You'll find it. Hi, all. What shell you have? Thanks. Well, today, I'm going to pretend you're asking about the members-only giveaway. How much is the membership? It's $5 a month. This is what we're giving away today. We are about to build it. It is the Latios and Latios Game Boy Advance. You know, you guys can actually help me decide what color buttons we're going to do. I want you guys to put in the chat right now what color buttons you think would go good with this. I have everything. We could do something cool. So, you know, whatever you guys are thinking, I was probably going to do blue. Since the label's blue, like a light blue. But whatever you guys are thinking, we can do. So just let me know in the chat while I'm putting this stuff away. Yeah, Banana Boy, no problem. Have I reshelled a Switch 1? I've never... Well, I've done the Joy-Cons. That's the hard part. So yeah, I guess I have. I haven't ever done like a screen on them, though. But I've done a screen on a Steam Deck. I'm sure it's similar, and that sucked. All right, we are on to the main event. We've been up for 20 minutes, so this is a good time. Good timing. Okay, we're going to move on to this. I got to put some tactile triggers in this bad boy first, though, because this thing does not have triggers. For some reason, they broke, I think, and I ripped them out. All right. Give this thing a little rub down. All right, what are we seeing? White, purple, baby blue, red and blue, red and blue. In Croatia, I have euros, so membership is €99. Okay. That's lucky for you. That's cheap. Yeah, the problem with doing two color buttons is that then I have all these buttons. Then I have all these buttons sitting around that I can never do anything with. I literally just have a bag of like half red buttons and half blue buttons. So we kind of have to pick one color or else I just end up wasting a lot of buttons. I think I might have cleaned this switch already. Yeah, looks like I did. Ow, ow, very hot. All right, let's make sure this thing works before I do all this work. Purple, which Game Boy design do you prefer? I like the SP, but I like them all, honestly. I like all of them. Like, I like to play Game Boy Color games on a Game Boy Color. When it comes to Game Boy Advance games, I can go either way, honestly. I like both of them. So it's hard to pick. I usually just say SP because I do like the SP a little bit better, but it's not that much more. Like, I like the regular Game Boy pretty much the same exact amount as the SP. The Game Boy Advance is what I first modded, so I'm like, I feel like I should be loyal and say the Game Boy Advance because that's what got me into this whole thing. Do I reshell Game Gears? No way. Sorry. So, Kandaroo, or Kandor 008. You can be any tier. Every tier of membership gets you another entry. So it's like tier 1, it's 1 entry. Tier 2, it's 2 entries. Tier 3, it's 3 entries. Super simple. Xavier, what's going on, brother? Thank you. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good too. Thank you. This is a Super Mario Sunshine City Pop type remix. It is good. You sent me a message? All right. I'll try to take a look at it later today. Let me grab some buttons. Like, I could do this red. I have these clear blue. I also have a bunch of these turquoise, which is kind of what I was leaning towards because it matches the label. You know? Let's take a look. I want something that goes good with the clear too, you know? That's not too, like, red almost might be too much with the clear. Obviously, if you order this, like if you order this build off my website, you can always change the buttons. You just have to leave it in the notes that you want a different color button. Then we have, this is like a robin's egg blue, is the way we decided to name it, which is like a little bit lighter of a blue. And that's kind of all for the blues. And then for the reds, obviously we have pink. Pink might look good, like clear pink. I have greens, yellows, and this is all greens and yellows. Oh, and then I have this clear aqua, but I don't have that many of these, so maybe I shouldn't. Purple. Purple. Austin. Austin who? You know what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go with my color that I picked, which is the turquoise, okay? I'm just going to do the turquoise. Maybe not. No, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to just do red. We're just going to do red, okay? And if anybody wins this, if any of you members that are watching right now, if you win this, we'll change the button color for you. You don't have to stick with red. But I am just going to go with the red right now. I'm feeling like red feels good. Red feels right. Red's feeling good because Latios is a little bit more pronounced on the shell. And purple is a good choice because purple does match a little bit. Like, purple does kind of match. Purple makes sense. I'm not saying purple doesn't make sense, guys. I'm going to go with red right now, though, just because I feel like I want to see what it looks like. But like I said, if any of the members win this and want to change the button color, we can change it for you. It's no problem. Thank you, Equeezy. I appreciate you. Austin Evans? I don't know. I don't really know him. at all. I don't really do collabs, you know. I never really reach out to people to do collabs or anything because it's just like kind of hard to coordinate, you know what I mean? And then it's like I'll get emails from people, but like I'll get emails all the time. You really can't trust any emails. I always think they're fake, so I never email back. Yeah, and then DMs sometimes, but collabs are tough, man. Collabs are kind of tough. Hey Jay, I'm getting into modding and repairing consoles as a hobby. Do you have any tips and recommendations? Get a good set of tools. Not sponsored, but I recommend the iFixit. The iFixit sets are really good. Get a good soldering iron. You know, there's a bunch of good ones. You don't have to get the best one on the market. Just get something that has like a temp control so you can set your temperatures. And then learn how to use a multimeter. You don't have to know how to use every part of the multimeter. Just learn how to like test for continuity and voltage and stuff like that. Look up videos like that. So that would be my my recommendation for the basics at first. And just practice soldering, you know? Practice soldering on stuff. You be good. All right. A bit of a personal question, but how many Game Boys do you usually sell in a week? It depends on the week, you know. It's been a little bit slow the past few months just with everything going on in the world. I would say, I don't know. We'll say how many I build a week. I probably build like 20 a week. It's sometimes more, it's sometimes less, but it just depends on how much stuff I have going on that week. Because like I said, I've been doing kind of a lot of other stuff lately with this other thing that I'm working on. So yeah, and then making content too takes up a lot of time. So, which is tough, man. I've been slacking on the content. My views have been way down on YouTube because I just have not had time to really grind out content like I should be. But that kind of always happens this time of year. It happened last year too. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. It used to be a lot more. Last year it was nuts. Last year I like had a huge, insane like middle of the year, like from April to like July. It like all the way through July. It was like the most insane it's ever been. It's not like that this year though. It's definitely different this year. It's like it was just like so nuts last year though. I don't know what was going on, but I don't know. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun though. But now we're in the shed. Shed has been really helping me get a lot more stuff done too. So, all right, let's get into this. First things first, we're gonna cut off this touch sensor because I don't like them. Nobody likes touch sensors in this house. I like them on the Game Boy Colors, but not on this. All right, that's first. Now we're gonna do the screen to get these screws out. From Uganda? Let's go. I want to know what this channel is about. It's politics mostly. We just talk about, you know, government conspiracies and stuff like that. Thanks, man. Also, I was indeed already planning on getting an iFixit Pro toolkit. How's that one? You know, I don't even know the names of them. I got this kit like freaking 6 years ago, and it's been great. So, no complaints on it. I have no idea what, like... That's such an old model. They probably have a whole different branding on it now. How often do you do these? The live streams? A couple times a month. I got my Squirtle GBA with the glow-in-the-dark shell about a year ago, and I still love it. I use it all the time. I appreciate it. Thanks for the good product. Let's go. I love to hear that. I love to hear people come back and say that their Game Boys are still kicking. You know, I have people that will, like... They'll have the Game Boy for, like, a year, and, you know, something will go wrong with it. They'll drop it or whatever. So they'll send it back to me to like take a look at, and that thing will just be so beat. I'm like, dude, it's crazy how much of a beating a Game Boy can take. It's kind of wild. Like, I don't know what people be doing with these things, but people will send them back. I'm like, holy crap, did the damn 10-year-old have this? Like, what was going on? I mean, it'll be so beat, but it'll still work. It'll just need like a couple things. They're treating it like a 99 Honda Accord or something, 99 Honda Civic. All right. Touch sensors just for the brightness control. We're going to solder in the brightness control, so we don't need that. We don't need that crap. Oh, I think this takes, let's see. I'm pretty sure this takes Yeah, this one takes a, hold on. This one takes a bracket. We're gonna do a bracket on this one. If I can remember how to put this thing on. You gotta like bend the tabs. The screen has like little tabs on it. You gotta like bend them around this bracket thingy. Okay, let's hope I didn't put it on backwards, because sometimes I do that. That's the tough part about these clear shells though, is I can't get fingerprints on the screen. I should do something funky. Let's do something funky. We're gonna do something fun. I have a sticker right here for the members. Since this is a members only build, we're gonna put one of my guys on there. All right, hold on, let me read. The giveaways how often? Every single month we do a members only giveaway. PSP or PS Vita? PS Vita all the way. I love the PSP though, dude. Honestly, I love the PSP, especially the PSP Go. So it's hard, man. Like, I love both consoles. They're both great. But the PSP Vita, the PS Vita has the OLED model, which is amazing. It looks so good. So the only thing wrong with mine is that it got dust between the screens, but just turn the brightness up and it's gone. Oh yeah, you could probably pull the screen off and get some compressed air in there. But honestly, I don't know. I don't even remember what model it is, so I don't know. In Uganda, I do a job which I should make people buy a goat, which I get profit of $100 and a house. Dude, that's a solid deal. You sell one goat, you get $100 and a house. Bro, I'm about to quit all this Game Boy BS. For real. I'm about to come out there and do that. Where's the best place to buy refurbished Game Boy for cheap? I don't know. eBay? Refurbished? I don't know. You're probably not going to find them for cheap if they're refurbished. PSP Vita. You know, it's funny because I started saying PSP Vita because, like, accidentally, because every time someone messages my inbox, they say, when are PSP Vitas coming back in stock? When are, like, I get that message like 2 or 3 times, sometimes even 5 times a week. When are PSP Vita coming back in stock? So now, like, I'm saying it because I'm constantly having to read it. All right, we got our dude. I'm thinking about, like, putting him down here. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's put him, like, down here. I should have done this before I put the freaking bracket on, but it was kind of like a spontaneous idea. Okay, he's chilling right there. Oh, that's going to look sick, guys. It's going to look sick. All right, then we're going to do this one right here. Screw it. Let's do it. All right, this is going to be a one-of-one. A one-of-one members squad stickered back screen situation. I kind of goofed it because it's so awkward of an area. There we go. Oh, that looks kind of sick, guys. All right, let's get this screen on and see actually how it's gonna look. That's sick, guys. Check it out, dude. That's fire. All right. All right, let's get the screen together. Kind of crazy music, man. I cannot join the membership. Why not? About the PSP, I'm probably going to get the PSP 3000 in the next convention that I'm going to, as well as the Xbox 360 and one of the later models like the Elite one. Very nice. Yeah, I got a bunch of 360s I need to sell. All right, this is kind of annoying me. I'm going to skip this song. There we go. Do you play much original DMG? Not at all. There's a reason I don't sell those ones, because I just don't care about them. I just have no, like, connection to the DMG Game Boy, so I just never sold them and never built them. All the other Game Boys I have, like, a connection to, you know, childhood connection, but not for those, so I just never got into them. We're going to do an upgraded battery on this one too, guys, but we do have to do these triggers first. Don't let me forget about the triggers, guys. I already almost forgot. Favorite Game Boy to play is probably the SP. Yeah, nice to have one for the collection. Yeah, like, I will say that the DMGs look the most aesthetic because, like, you can show a DMG Game Boy to, like, any aged person, any age, and they know what it is. Like, an 80-year-old person, because the DMG came out in, what, 89? So if you show that to an 80-year-old person, they were, like, in their 50s. You know? Maybe even 40s. You know, so like they know what that is. And it was such a big thing when it came out. Like, for instance, I have like a anecdotal type of like personal story with the Game Boy. Like my wife's grandma, or my wife's grandma is like in her 80s. She's like, you know, mid 80s, I think. And when I started doing the Game Boy stuff, she knew what that was because like she spent time whenever earlier in her life like playing Tetris on the original Game Boy when it first came out. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and do the triggers on this. I gotta grab some triggers. Giveaway will be later tonight. We will spin for the members later tonight. I see you have GBA and GBC Pokemon games on your website. Any chance you start selling Pokemon games for DS and 3DS? You know, probably not, just because I feel like the reproduction carts on the Game Boy are fine, but the reproduction carts for the DS games are kind of funky. I just don't think that they're as good. So I don't really want to sell those ones. So probably not. How hard are PS4 controllers to fix and shell swap? I have no idea, actually. PS4, they're probably a tad difficult. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I've never done one, so I can't speak on it. I got the Rayquaza GBA SP from you as well. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, that's probably the most popular design that we got over there. I have a PS Vita, but I have a problem. I tried jailbreak and is go wrong. It happens, man. It happens. I got a 3DS over here I bought off of a guy on Facebook, and he modded it wrong, and I'm trying to figure out what he did wrong. It's kind of annoying because I want to get it up on the website, but I might have to factory reset it and completely remod it because it's kind of hard to figure out where he messed up. What's the reason of non-backlit screens on the GBA original getting burned? I don't know what that is, dude. I have one of those sitting on my desk right here. I don't know what causes that. I have no idea what causes that. Like, I've always wondered. I think it's like the screen. I think maybe like the Game Boy gets hot or it's left somewhere in like a warm environment and the screen literally like starts separating from itself. I gotta assume that's what it is. All right, let's put on some Pokemon music since we're building a Pokemon Game Boy. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Not seeing any Pokemon. Here we go. City Pop meets Pokemon. That'll work. Bro, my English is my second language. Hey, no problem, buddy. I'm not judging you. What are the dimensions for the GBA tactile switches? Yeah, I think I use the 6x6x5 ones. Yep, that's correct. Jailbreaking consoles is very funky. The rewards are pretty nice. Yeah, I agree. You got to jailbreak a 3DS. You got to jailbreak the Wii. Absolutely. 3DS is just amazing when it's been homebrewed. Do you play much GBA Micro? I don't, but I love the Game Boy Micro. I love the Game Boy Micro. Honestly, I have like 6 of them. I'm going to start selling them soon, though. There's only 2 I want to keep. One is the one that I bought in high school for $20. I still have it. And then the other one is the one my friend San gave me like a while ago. He said, when I started doing the Game Boy stuff, he's like, dude, do you want this? I don't really want it. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll never sell it. He's like, you can sell it. I don't care. So I have that one. That one's not going anywhere. They're actually in my drawer right here. This one. And this one. Oh, it's not that one. This one. And this one. Oh, no, it's not that one. This one. And this one. I keep it in an iPod sock. The original Vans sticker that I put on it. And I just recently, like a couple years ago, put this Minish Cap like stick on it because I wanted to be able to keep track of which one was mine. But it's sick, though. Like, look how good it looks. Minish Cap's one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games. And, yeah, this is my personal one. Keep it in the iPod sock. And I got Sans right here. And these ones are going to be for sale eventually. I think I'm going to upgrade the batteries in them. Do a battery upgrade. Those will be for sale. I got this little Crown Royal bag because I thought it would be funny to have a micro in it, but it doesn't really fit. That's kind of funny, though, isn't it? I need to get some more of those. Kind of just a stupid idea. Do I like pizza? Oh, man. I've been going to this pizza place in New Smyrna, Florida. They got this, like, they do this, like, pan pizza. It's called Panheads. It was actually on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's, like, the best pizza. It's so good. And they do this cookie skillet thing where they, like, cook a cookie in a cast iron skillet, and they have this, like, house-made ice cream they put on it. It's crazy. I think I'm going to go there for my birthday. Have I modded the Switch 2 yet? No, it's funny. Good question, though. I've been actually looking for a new 3DS wood grain cover plate. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, I've been thinking about wanting to collect the cover faceplates and whatever. They're so expensive. I want the Fire Emblem Fates one really bad. I think it's Fates. I wish they had an Awakening one, but I haven't been able to find one. Thank you, Squats. I appreciate you. Are you able to use a Game Boy Color shell for a Game Boy Advance mod? You can do it. I've never done it. I don't like doing all that, like, micro soldering and then, like, moving the cartridge slot. Like, that stuff gives me a headache. I love that people do it, though. I think it's really cool, but I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I just don't. I think it's really cool. Me back in the day would have probably been into it, but it's just like I get so frustrated when stuff doesn't work, and I'll just like obsess over it, and then I won't get any work done because I'll just be obsessing over it for like eight hours in a day trying to make it work. And I would be able to figure it. I would be able to figure it out, but I just don't. Do you have a website? Yeah, it's myname.com, jboymods.com. Have I watched Pokemon Horizons? I haven't ever finished it. I watched the first episode, I think. I heard it's really good though. How long to the wheel? Because we got to go. It's not happening until tonight. It'll probably be around like 8 o'clock, 8:30, maybe 9 even. It'll be later. And it'll be in a members only like spin. So if you're not a member, you won't see it anyways. You have to be a member. So yeah, let's get into this. I've yapped enough. Yeah, I just realized there's no, I gotta grab some silicone pads. Guys, I had the best idea. I figured it out. Guys. We do the red buttons, and we do the blue silicone pads. It's freaking perfect. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, dude. How perfect. How freaking perfect, dude. It's gonna look so sick. All right, I think we're ready to lay board. Time to schlay board. I'll read some chat. Yeah, it's gonna look tight. The reveal is gonna be hectic. Can you ship to Croatia? I sure could. Please LED mod. I could LED mod it. I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have any boards though. I don't know if I have any LED boards for the SP. Should I check? Is it possible to mod a GBC to run micro SD ROMs? You can use a flash card for that. What is the audio amp you use called? The Angry Helder is the good one. Helder Game Tech for the SPs. Those ones are good. Yeah. What's your top 3 Pokemon games ranking? Oh, dude, I can't do it. Which GBA do you prefer? Yeah, I'm giving this away to one of the members. Sometimes I feel like people are asking which Game Boy I prefer just to troll me because I answer the question like 6 times every stream. Ooh, banger, absolute banger, absolute banger. We have life. We have life. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, it's the same. They're literally the same size. I think it's just the original. I don't think this is a DS Lite battery. I think it's just like the original DS. It works. It's the same, yeah. And they actually are. They have more milliamp hours too. Like the DS battery is 850 milliamp hours, and the SP battery is only 600. So if you ever want to upgrade your SP battery, you just find a broken original DS, and you could take the battery from it, and it's got 250 more milliamp hours. Clicky and good. Let me get the screws in this bad boy. I'm not even going to test it. I'm just going to put it together. And we're going to do the battery, and then we'll do the big reveal of how it ended up looking with the silicone pads. Membranes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, the yeah, it's true. The best SP batteries, like if you don't charge them, they just die. And then they get to a point where they're so dead you can't even charge them anymore. And then I just throw them away usually. Okay, we're gonna do the battery before we do the reveal. It's gonna look sick. Yeah, that Minecraft 2DS just sold, buddy. I don't get those Minecraft ones in very often. It's actually right here. It's pretty sick. It is fully stacked, too. It is so stacked. Minecraft one is sick, though. I really love the 2DS designs. The 2DS designs look really good. The best website for buying retro modding stuff. Well, there's two best websites, which is, if you're talking about parts, it's Retro Game Repair Shop and Handheld Legend. I use both of them frequently. I probably order every week off of them. Do you prefer horizontal or vertical handhelds? I don't know. I like them both. Probably horizontal. Probably horizontal. I don't really have a preference though, you know? I don't really have a huge preference. It's like either one is good. I've noticed though that I don't really like bigger handhelds. Like I don't really like the size of the ROG Ally. I don't really like the size of the Steam Deck. Even the Switch is like almost too big. Just don't really like the way they feel for more than like 20 minutes. You know? I don't know. I like the smaller handhelds. More portable ones. All right. She's working. Let's make sure. Do I have a top? Oh, it's clear. I can't see it. All right, we'll do the reveal. All right, we got the cool stickers. Looking good. My name's in there. That looks good, man. I like that. I really like the way that turned out. Red and blue. Red and blue. That looks good, dude. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Those shoulder buttons don't look too comfy. I don't know why. They just look... Why they couldn't just use the OG advanced triggers. Well, it's because it was just smaller. They didn't have the room to put the big-ass ones on there. I like verticals because the portability. Oh, you like the unhinge? Yeah, I like the unhinge too. I got a couple. I got one of those I need to sell, actually. That looks better than doing purple. I think so, too. I think purple made sense. But I think figuring that out with the membranes, yeah, actually ended up looking good. Because in a way, it's like, what I was thinking is like, so the shell, the box is almost like, there's more blue, right? The box is more blue than it is red. So now the console is a little bit more red than it is blue. So it kind of evens it all out. You know what I mean? Yeah, custom box. Thank you. Pizza is good. Feels good. Let's get the screw covers on there. Do you guys use Whatnot at all? Are you guys on Whatnot? Buying stuff. I've been on there recently, and it's a dangerous place, man. I be buying way too much stuff. Did I have a PS1 as a kid? I did. I had Spyro. It drove me insane. What's going on, Peck? What's going on, Peck? I think that's how you say your name, brother. I hope that's how you say it. Did I have a PS1 as a kid? Yep, I had a PS1 and I had Spyro. It drove me absolutely out of my mind because I didn't know where to go or what to do. So I stayed in like the little lobby area. Hours just running around in circles because I didn't know what to do at all. It was miserable. All right, this looks solid. Bam. Guys, for those of you who just joined, we will be giving this away tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern time to one of our members. There's only 28 members right now. There's only 28 members. 28 members. That's a really good chance to win. If you guys want to join, you can still get in on the action. Just make sure you have joined before 8 o'clock tonight. Let's go ahead and pop a game in this bad boy. I never pre-blow. I should have pre-blew. My first mod was a Game Boy Advance. This one's giving issue. Great. Just what I like. Just what I want to see. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, wet Q-tip down in on every pin. Just really jam it in there. Sometimes I can't tell if it's the game or the console because this game is like my always test game. So We might be opening this bad boy back up. Feels like the buttons are bad. This might be a longer stream than we thought. I might have to fix these. You know what I'm gonna do? I have another board sitting here. I'm just gonna swap the board because I'm gonna have to replace all the buttons and that's gonna take a while. Kind of want to just get this thing finished off. I have the buttons to swap them all. They're right here. But I don't really feel like doing that, so we're gonna try this other board and see if that's more of a winner. But I do have to do the triggers still on this one as well. Can the DS touchscreen wear out? I can. I've never heard of it doing that. How much is it to become a member of the channel? It's $5. It's $4.99 a month. All the way up to $14.99 a month, depending on how many entries you want into the giveaway. Every tier is an extra entry. Have you done an OLED screen on a Game Boy Color yet? I have, and they're pretty nice. A thick piece of note paper on the context cleaner works fine on the cartridge slot. Yeah, it does. Sometimes. A lot of times what I'll use is a little piece of fine sandpaper, and I'll go in there and scrape the pins. Sometimes the pins just need to be scraped, and I would be doing that right now, but it seems like this board actually has some issues, so we're just going to swap the board completely, and I'll deal with it later. It seems like the buttons may be bad. Sometimes the buttons just need a bunch of alcohol poured on them, and they just need to be scrubbed a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and pop one off, and we'll take a look at it. Sometimes they're really burnt. Let's see how it's looking. Now you can see this is a learning experience, so I'll show you guys what the buttons end up looking like when they go bad. See how it's all brown on the inside right there? It's all dirty. They're not supposed to be dirty on the edges like that. You see how it looks kind of burnt? I wonder how close I can get. That's pretty close. See how they look kind of burnt right there? Yeah, that means those buttons they're cleanable probably, but it's a better idea to just go ahead and replace them. And I don't feel like doing that right now. So we're just going to test this board and see if this one's going to work. But we got to put these triggers in real quick. Let's do that really quick. I have a question. Should I give my GBC a lit screen, but IDK if I feel like a real GBC? I know it's really weird, but it might just be too good to feel like a GB. I mean, I don't know. If you have an attachment to your console, like if you have an attachment to your Game Boy, I'd probably say don't mod it. Just leave it original. And if you want to mod one, just find another one to mod. You know what I mean? How many giveaways do we do? We do one every month. Have you ever made a GBA slim down? No, I haven't. What's going on, Cecilia? I like how quick-handed you are. Yeah, thanks. That's why my hands are always moving so much. Because I'm just so quick. I can't go slow, you know? That's why they're always shaking around. It has nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with this shit right here. Did you have an NES as a kid? I'm not that old. I had a Super Nintendo. I'm that old. NES? Not quite. LED would look sick in this one. I can go see if I got an LED board if you guys want me to. I'll look. If you guys really want to. But I got to get a member. A member has to suggest it and I'll do it. Let me go look and see first though. I almost screwed this one up, guys. This one's kind of goofed up. Hold on. All right, I think we're good. I think I saved it. Tray started coming off. All right, that looks bridged. We don't want that. I think it might be time for a new solder tip, but I never change my solder tip ever. Ever. All right, let me look for this LED board. Oh, do you have any hand pain from this? Hand pain? No. My back does start to hurt a little bit, but I've been pretty active lately. Been skateboarding a decent amount. I've been swimming a lot, and try to get some pull-ups in there. Ride the bike, you know. I try to keep it moving. You got to keep moving. But the hands, no, the hands really they're never too bad off. As long as I do some other stuff outside, they've been all right so far, but I am still relatively young. All right. I've toasted a lot of boards, so don't feel bad. All right, I'm going to go to the starting wide angle so you guys can see me. You guys are lucky. I actually found one. Those boards aren't cheap either. So you guys better become members right now. I'm trying to do something really quick. Hold on, guys. All right. Make sure to give a like to the stream, guys. We're going to go ahead and do this. For the members, I haven't installed one of these in a while. I don't even really remember how to do it. Well, it should be kind of self-explanatory. Let's see if we can figure it out. You're probably going to see a lot of my top of my head, so. All right. All right, I see the 2 spots. Thank you for the sub. Alright, I gotta just try to remember where all the points are. Okay, I think I see them. Oh, there's a ground right here. Okay, ground right there. Brightness. Left. I think that's everything. All right, let's test it out. I think that's everything. I think there's only 5 points. All right, take it easy, Mihail. Honestly, I don't like my consoles small or large. Yes, I agree with you. I like the regular new 3DS. I don't like the XL one as much. I don't need it to be that big. My eyes aren't that bad yet. Okay, I'm missing something. It could be... Where am I missing? Could be this ground. Yeah, it's the ground. Fuck. Sorry. Just burn my stuff. Just burn myself. Jeez. See, that's why I don't do these that often. They're kind of annoying to do. Oh, yeah. We're in business. That's going fire. All right, let's get it in. It's tough with these clear shells, you know. You get a little bit of dust in them, and it's like the whole thing looks nasty. So, and then the fingerprints are an issue as well. Got to really try to get these fingerprints out of here. All right. Oh, crap. I don't know where to... Oh, the brightness is right here. Okay. No moderators today, bud. All right, let's actually test it this time. Well, we'll put the back on, and before we put any screws in, we'll test it. I got cocky last time. I didn't test it. LNR working. Feels like that right might need a little clean. Let's clean that. I think that's the only one that feels a little weird. Oops. Come on. All right, cool. Right on the D-pad. Little weird. No problem. Okay, let's give it a clean and see if that'll help. Get a nice scrub. Nice blast dry. You'd be surprised how many motherboards end up having issues. I think this one's good now. Have you ever sold one of your modded handhelds to a game store convention? The only time I've ever traded is I traded a homie on Instagram 2 modded Game Boy Advance SPs. He was a reseller for a sealed copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. You need to clean under the foil. I don't even know what that means. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just got to scrub it. You know, if I'm gonna clean under the foil, I'm just going to replace the whole button. This one seems good, though, just doing that quick clean. But, you know, if I come back tomorrow and it's not working, I'll just replace the button. It's not a big deal. For now, it feels good, though. And I won't be shipping this one out right away because we haven't even spun for it yet. All right. Let's get it together. Ooh, I got to put the screws in. It's going to look really sick. Lost one of the screws. Where the heck did it go? Yeah, the LEDs are gonna be sick. I might have to turn my light off so that you guys can actually see it. My light's so bright. All right, where's that screw? I'll have to find it later. I don't know where the small screw went for the cart slot. Oh yeah, I should have checked if this one read Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, guess it does. Boom! Look at that. That looks sick. Looks better in person, too. I like these LEDs because they're not super bright. They look like they're flickering. They're not. That's just the shutter speed on the camera. All right. Everything feels good. Cool. What do you guys think about this one? Turned out really good, I think. Woo, my eyeballs. Boom. One for the books, guys. You know, I probably shouldn't have put my logo on here just so I could take pictures for the website, but I thought it was cool, so. I don't actually play the game in Japanese. This is just my test cartridge. I just put my save file on it from my personal game just for fun, but this is just like my beat to hell Japanese Pokemon Emerald that I use for all my testing. You probably ask, why would you use that game for testing? And it's because I like Pokemon Emerald. That turned out fire, guys. That turned out really good. Guys, you can still enter to win this. Become a member. Let's make sure it charges. Oh, yeah. She's a beaut, Clark. All right, we're going to take apart the remainder of these Game Boy Advances for the rest of this stream. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. It's been a good time. I'm really, like, obsessed with the way this turned out. Like, it's so sick. It's so sick, you know? Somebody's going to win this for $5, man. That's gnarly. $5 for this? Bro, you could sell this for like 400 bucks. All right, enough talking. Wow, this is a really good condition black Game Boy Advance. Too bad. We're going to murder it. All right, let's take it apart. Thank you. Does the DS Lite have good mods? Not really. Not really. It's all good. You don't have to join if you don't want to. No pressure. Thank you, Nat Killur 99. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see it. All right. There we go. Now I can really read chat. I like cats and dogs, but I'm definitely more of a dog person. Might as well sell it for as untested for 20 bucks. Yeah, right. I wish I could get Game Boy Advances for 20 bucks. You know, the crazy thing is I probably on average spend about $70 per Game Boy Advance. Later, Tim. Thank you for being a member, buddy. We'll see you later. Good luck. Good luck tonight. Yeah, Wii U's are great, man. Wii U's are honestly slept on. They're one of the best consoles to mod, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I'll buy a huge lot of Game Boy Advances, and they'll average for like 45 bucks a piece, and then I'll get the lot in, and then like a bunch of them won't work. So then it's like I pretty much spent like 60 bucks a piece on each of them, 70 bucks. What's up, Lewis? Good stream today. Good stream today. I got a Game Boy Advance that still works. I have a lot of games. It was actually my sister's until she gave it to me. I honestly still play it till let's go. That's awesome. I saw a Game Boy Advance SP in Eastern Europe for like 20 bucks. Oh, you should have scooped that. I was in SoCal at the Gaming Expo, and I bought a bunch of SPs. I think I averaged like 70 to 80 bucks per SP, but I was getting some deals. Wazowski, let's go. Welcome to the Mod Squad. Thank you for being a member. Now you are entered in to win this beautiful Game Boy Advance SP. Really turned out good. I've been wanting to build that one for a while. Woo! Charles Baker. Let's go, Wazowski. I'm going to buy a custom Game Boy off you one day. I just need to save up. Well, maybe you won't need to. But, you know, if you win this one, maybe you just go ahead and buy another one anyways. How are you going to trade your Pokemon to yourself if you don't have two Game Boys? You know, I have a funny story. When I was, I think I was 9 or 10. I was 9 or 10. I really, really wanted to have two Game Boys because it was like the biggest flex. You all will know what I'm talking about if you were there. It was the biggest flex to have two Game Boys, so you could literally trade like Pokemon to yourself and like not have to ask your friends to evolve your Gengar for you and your Machamp or whatever. It was a dream, bro. I don't want to rely on anybody, bro. I was always flying solo, you know what I'm saying? Doing my own thing, you know, I don't need nobody. But I had a Game Boy already. I was an only child. And, you know, they're expensive. We didn't have that much money. I wasn't going to ask for another one just so I could do that. That would be stupid. So what did I do? Kids WB. Saturday morning cartoons on the WB. They ran a promotional giveaway where grand prize was you go on a Grand Rapids trip in like some place near Canada. Sounded like hell. But first place, which was right under that, was you won an Atomic Purple Game Boy Color, an X-Men Wolverine's Legend or some shit. I won that. I won that. There was only 5 winners, bro. My mind was blown. All you had to do to enter was just go online. Go online. I've told this story before, but there's new viewers. I'll tell it again. I'll tell it a million times because it was like so sick. A lot of people watched Kids WB. You go online, you click enter, and then every I think you could I think that specific one you could enter unlimited. Like they didn't have a cap on the amount of times you could enter. And I don't think a lot of people knew that. And my dad was on his like 2-week vacation during the time in the summer that they were running that giveaway. My dad would he would just be working on the house. That's just the shit he would always do. He'd be outside doing whatever. Every 10 minutes, he would come in, click enter again, click enter again. So he entered the contest for me. I don't even know, hundreds of times. I don't even know how many times the dude entered for me, bro. But I ended up winning. I lost it, bro. I was so hyped. It almost doesn't even seem real. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like when I tell that story, it feels like a memory that I made up because it just seems so crazy. And like when I look online, I can find nothing of the like, no history, no like, I don't know. There's no internet presence of there ever even being giveaways like that. It happened though. It definitely happened. Sadly, I don't have that Game Boy anymore. I wish I did. I was stupid. I was a stupid idiot kid. I freaking sold it. Idiot. What can you do though? It didn't have any like Kids WB branding on it or anything. It was just like an atomic purple Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. Good times though. Good times. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, I got a Discord, man. I don't go in it though. I'll be honest. I was thinking about starting one of those Instagram channels because I'm on Instagram like all the time. I would probably check that, but Discord, I don't know, man. I just never felt like I wanted to use it. Yeah, I'm working these consoles like a Rubik's Cube champion. That's funny. New video when? Long one. So, Kim, that's a great question. I'm actually planning on moving all of the like vlog type content to a new channel. So I have like actually I have 5 videos filmed. And then this channel is going to be like strictly mod stuff because I feel like the like vlog stuff doesn't do that well on this channel because it's mostly like a tech-based channel and like modding the consoles and stuff, which is totally fine, but I kind of had to figure that out like along the way. So I'm making this new channel that I'm going to like tell you guys all about very soon. Where all those videos are going to live. So there's going to be like new videos coming up on that channel. And then I'm going to start making more long form mod videos on this channel. So, but you know, everything's a work in progress. Not enough time in the week. But thank you for asking. I appreciate you guys watching the long form. I would like to participate in the distribution, but my country, Kazakhstan, sponsorship is not available. Oh, that's too bad. Crazy that we got viewers in Kazakhstan. I almost don't believe you. What's going on, Ali? You remember the kids. Thank you, Andrew, bro. Thank you for verifying that for me. I would enter all of them. I was obsessed with Kids WB. Every day, every Saturday. I actually won this contest one time because they would do the giveaway contest, but they would do the small ones. And what they would do sometimes is like they have like 50 runner-ups. Like, so they would have like the main giveaway, which was like they give away something crazy like the Game Boy or whatever. And then they'd give like 50 runner-ups. So I won this 50 runner-up like as a runner-up. And they gave me a Jackie Chan Adventures Frisbee. Like that was the thing they sent me. It was sick. I don't know where it is now though. Jackie Chan Adventures official Frisbee. It was so random. Yeah, it's the see-through one. Yep. Do I got one sitting here? No, I don't. Yeah, so my original Game Boy is the Kiwi. The Kiwi green Game Boy Color. And then I had the Atomic Purple Game Boy Color. And I went to kinder care. Was like my after-school care when I was in elementary school. So I guess I must have been in like 2nd grade at this point. I must have been like 7 years old or something. Anyways, I went to kinder care. and I think some kid got jealous of me for having them, and he literally like stepped on my Game Boy case and broke the screen of my Kiwi Game Boy Color. I was so, dude, I cried for like an hour. It was crazy. I remember it, honestly. It's kind of funny to think about. But the annoying part is I actually have that Kiwi Game Boy Color with a broken screen, because like you couldn't just buy screens and fix them back then. That's in my dad's house somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. I hope we can find it one day. I hope it's in his house still. That would be so crazy to find. That would be so crazy. But he has no idea where it is. Because, like, it was from when I was, like, 7 or, you know, between 6 and 8. Anyways. Love your vlog videos. Loved the Nintendo Store ones. Hope you do more like that. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I have a bunch of those. I filmed 4 videos. 4 videos when we were in California. And then I just filmed a new one at our new secret project place. Everything that's coming up is going to be this new channel. It's going to be like a whole thing. But I can't give you guys too much yet because it's not done yet. I don't really want to hype it up until it's like almost ready to go. But yeah. Just know I have a bunch of videos for you, Kim. So thank you for appreciating them. I appreciate it. Game Boys still give me PTSD. Early 90s, I got beat up badly and had my original Game Boy taken. Jeez. In London? That sucks, dude. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's terrible. I ordered a custom GBA SP from you, and I was wondering how long it usually takes to receive it. When did you order it? Did you order it today? So I'm working on everything this week. I'm not that far behind. I think my oldest order right now is like from a week and a half ago. Usually takes me about 2 weeks to get an order done. Unless it's like something for sometimes I run out of shells. So like there's a Lugia Game Boy that someone ordered. It might have been yours. And I realized that I didn't have any more Lugia shells, so I had to order them. So that one, that's why my wait time on the website is anywhere from like 2 to 4 weeks. Because usually it's 2 weeks, but then sometimes like I forget. Not that I forget, but like I don't check on my stock, and like I realize that I have some parts missing, so I have to wait a little bit longer. That's all. I have a gold GBA and a black one. I recently got one from you. Let's go. Computers and gaming. Take it easy, Zaku. I'm gonna start to say it. Zakaruchia. Very crazy. Do you mod or refurbish 3DS systems? I don't do send-ins. I do fix 3DSs, but only the ones that I have. I don't really take them in for repair like other people's, just because they're kind of hard to work on, and I don't want to break somebody's thing. You know what I mean? I'll break my own stuff all day, but I don't want to break somebody else's thing and then have to tell them like, oh, I broke it, and then give them an, you know, and it's a whole thing. So I don't really do send-ins that much. Sorry. Connor James, what's going on? Dat Nintendo bro. I just got my very first GBA SP today after trading in my old Game Boy, but sadly I don't have any games for it. Gotta get some games. That's how I feel about the Switch 2. I'm like, I just got my new Switch 2, but I don't have any games for it. Oh, man. I don't know how long they're going to milk this Switch 2. I think they're going to try to make that console last 10 years. They're going to trinkle out games. It's all right with me, though. I don't need more consoles coming out. I wish they would just stop making consoles. Like, we're done. That's it. I'm kidding, by the way, but... Have you modded a PS4 or PS5? I have not. Do they still make GBAs or GBCs anymore? Do they? I mean, yeah, there's lots of parts. Tons of parts. But they don't make the motherboards anymore. Yeah, I know, but I still have my old Game Boy games. Yeah, that's good. You're good. Game Boy games are good. Do you now if mine will come before the 9th? Because I'm going to Italy. I ordered the Mega Rayquaza GBA with all the mods. What's your order number? I'll look it up right now. Or what's your name? I got to know the order number. Charles Baker. Let's see. Charles Baker. I should have yours done. Let's see. I have you. You're 404. Okay, let's see. I should have yours done next week, Charles. All right, that's it for today, guys. That is it for today. Great stream, guys. What do we do? Almost 2 hours? Wow, what a legend. Me, personally, I'm a legend for that. Because my voice usually goes out after like an hour. I'm done. What's going on, Kraken? Kraken Huzz. Thank you, Spiff. Spiff, one of the OG members. Not a member currently. Been a member in the past. Attaboy, attaboy. Let me go ahead and spam this out. Oh, I shouldn't have put that last one. Anyways, that is the link to become a member. If anybody wants to get in on this action, $4.99. Enter for a chance to win. It's that simple. It's that simple. It is 4th of July themed. Independence Day themed. Latios and Latios. Very fire and good. I appreciate all you guys. What's going on, Anime Maker? We're about to wrap up here. Where's my music? There it is. That was it for today, guys. We got 5 Game Boy Advances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 SPs. We actually have 5 SPs, but I have to fix this one. But we'll say we have 4 SPs, and then I have a bunch more coming, hopefully in the next day. I don't remember. I gotta check. Lewis, thank you so much. She did turn out great, man. She turned out really good. Really good. I think you can edit these LEDs too. I don't know how to do it, but you can do it. Like, it's the Handheld Legends set. So yeah, tonight around 8 o'clock, guys, we're gonna spin for this. Shout out to all the members. I think we have 30 members now. It says 29, but I think we have 30. I'm not 100% sure. I will see you guys in the next stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll be back for the members later tonight. And then we'll grind through some Game Boy builds. These are my builds for the week. These are all the ones I got to do this week. But I don't think I have enough parts to do these. I'm going to work on some right now. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on the paper for this week. I probably won't be able to knock all these. Oh, I might be able to. Some of these were missing parts for, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to all of them. But I can do a couple of them. You know what we'll do really quick before I get off stream? I'll go ahead and take apart these colors, because I got to take these colors apart too. We're already up. Why not? Damn, 5 o'clock already? That's crazy. Do a couple Game Boy Colors this week, too. That one looks pretty solid. It's dirty, but looks like it works. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Really appreciate it. We're gonna head out here in a second. If you guys have any last minute questions for me, go ahead and ask them now. All right, that's it. It's the last piece. CPU 04. Thank you guys so much. Zero the Hedgehog, what's going on? Appreciate it, Lewis. If you want to become a member, you can get in on this action. This is it. This is the one. We're giving this away. We're giving this one away tonight. That's my thumbnail, so bam. I think it turned out so good. I'm really stoked about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a good rest of the day. I'll see you guys in the next stream. I'll see you guys in the next short video. And I'll see you guys. I'll see the members later tonight. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Love y'all.